Good morning. We're here in the center of Manila today, and we have come to Fort Santiago. So we caught a grab up here. We were going to try and catch some local transport, but grabs are local, to be fair. But the time we would have done that would have taken like an hour and a bit, whereas it took us a lot less time on the grab. So we might do some more local transport later. We'll see how we go. But we have come first, because we haven't had a lot to drink yet this morning, for some milk tea. Check out this cool music.
Imagine the conductor.
What have you got, Jess? You look like you're conducting the fan.
Conduction.
Right, so I got a vanilla iced latte in case she really doesn't like what she's got.
And I got like this
It's called Okinawa.
boba. So
Yeah.
that's gonna drop.
You've had it before and liked it, so you should like it. Is it as good as you remember? Take two. Yeah? Or are you
It's
thinking
giving kind of coffee,
it's giving kind of coffee? Oh, okay.
but in a good way.
Well, mine's definitely coffee. Mine's an iced vanilla latte.
That's good.
So the plan for today is to try and explore just some of the highlights here in central Manila. If we don't make it all, we've got two choices. We can either say, well, you know, we saw some of the highlights, or we can come back another day. We've still got spare days. So what are you doing?
Smiling.
Fun.
Ew.
Oh well. So we either make it all today or we don't. We'll see. But come join us on the adventure.
I'm not gonna eat that.
I wouldn't.
Bye.
She's taking the mickey out of me. Why are you taking the mickey out of me?
Because there was a sign that said 1993 and she said she was live. And then she tried to beat me up running up a hill. And she said, I'm too old for this. And I was like, says the girls, it was alive in 1993.
But what did you say about 1993?
It felt like a long time ago.
And then she proceeded to ask me, when I read the bit about something in 1951, if I was alive then. One day your kids will do this to you if you have children. And you will be like, gee, thanks, kid. And I'll show them this. 1993 is not that long ago, guys.
It was! It's the 19th century. That's the 20th century.
Thank you. I was going to say, don't.
You were alive in the
Look at
second
job I love you.
century.
Do you know what? I'm looking pretty good for someone who was alive in the second century. It's a good job I love her, isn't it? Let's explore the fort.
Hey, you called me an ice cream in the taxi.
Only because she said she melts in the heat all the time, so I said, oh, maybe an ice cream. Oh well. Let's explore the fort. I can't explore a fort. Can I explore the fort?
This lady who was born in the second century.
Hey dude, I was born in the 80s. I'm a child of the 80s.
You were born in the 19th century.
No! 20th century.
No, you were born in the 19th.
I think we need to work on it.
Hey, no,
on this
I know
today.
exactly what I'm saying.
She's being mean to me.
Well, of course, that's kind of my job. I have two jobs: to make fun of her, take the mickey
You know
out
I
of
could
her,
book you a flight
and
home,
please-
right?
No, because you're coming with me. You
Yeah.
can't abandon your child.
I'd leave you a nanny. I could drop you back with your dad. And then I can go off exploring. As if I'd ever do that. I could never leave my baby girl. You right?
Yeah.
Love my baby girl. Mwah. Right, let's explore the fort. No, explore
I
the
love
fort.
my
I
mother
can't
who was
see.
born in the second century.
Okay, so I will have to read a little bit because I can't remember it all. But we wanted to tell you a little bit about the Fort Santiago. It's
She was alive when it happened.
anyway, it's one of the oldest fortifications in Manila, apparently. It was built by the Spaniards in 1571, which is longer than I have been alive. Thank you very much.
Actually, no, because she was born in the second century. She taught me about centuries, and now I'm going, she's from the second century.
Cheeky chops.
Hey!
Anyway,
This
so
was 2014, and I was born then, so
Indeed. It was once the site of the palisade fort of Rajah Sulayman, who was the last Muslim ruler of Manila. It's on here though, it's spelled Manila. I wonder if it was spelt differently before. It's spelled Maynila, which is interesting because I only know it as Manila, not Manila. But that's interesting. We'll have to look that up. The fort was destroyed in 1574 during the Chinese attack led by the pirate, I'm so sorry if I get this wrong, Limahong. It says Limahong, I think. And the stone fort was built between 1589 and 1592. That's actually not that long. Maybe it was smaller. No, it's still not actually that long a time. And was repaired and extended after being damaged by a big earthquake in 1645. That would be really disheartening. Like, only like 140 something years later, or 150 something years later, they've gone to all this effort of building this amazing place and then an earthquake destroys it.
Wait, you're over 150?
Oh. They also said that actually when we were in Palawan, which is an island just off the coast here, they said that they don't get a lot of earthquakes, so that's interesting. Spanish, British and American and Japanese occupation forces used the fort as their headquarters and prison for men, women and children and soldiers. After its destruction, I really can't speak today, I'm sorry. Destruction during the Battle of Manila in 1945, the fort was used by the US Transportation Corps as a depot until it was turned over to the Philippine government in 1946. That's interesting. In 1950, Fort Santiago was declared a shrine of freedom. Now, if there's ever a campaign I can get behind, it's freedom. And restoration work began the following year. Today it stands as a memorial. I really can't speak to Memorial to the victims of World War II and the sacrifices of the Filipino people in pursuit of freedom. Now that we can support. Yeah, but hopefully freedom now. Yeah, people did. People lost lives fighting for freedom. Like all around the world. I think we found that when we went when we were in Amsterdam. We went to go see where Anne Frank lived during the war, the house where they hid, and that was a really humbling experience, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really, really amazing to see where they hid, small quarters that they lived in, and they were just one family amongst Lord knows how many. And that was really humbling to see what people really went through, you know, and it was sad, but because of it all, we are where we are today. And I think coming to places like this, knowing that sort of history, it really does make you appreciate it more. It's not just a pretty building and walls and, you know, and it is pretty, it's pretty to look at, but it's so much more than that, and the meaning behind it is just fascinating. So we're using this today as Jessica's history lesson, and we're going to have a real sort of look into the background of the culture of it all. Are you smiling at? Just smiling. Such a beautiful smile.
And it did. No, I don't like that stuff. Because look at my bottom teeth. That's on my top. Then tuck them together.
Yeah, but you'll be alright after braces. So
Yeah, but
you're
look.
still growing teeth, dude. That's a really
Because I
attractive
have a
face.
whole hair.
This
and
was a
whole
really
hair.
good historical bit, and we're going, look at teeth. Oh well. Anyway, we'll tell you more about the fort as we go round.
Bye.
So this is the ruins of the American barracks. It was part of the seaside defense of the Intramuros, which is this whole area really. It formed part of like the fortifications here, it says, and it was declared a national monument back in 1951. And in 2014, which was the year she was born, it became a national cultural treasure. But look, have a look at it. It's just amazing. There's Jessica. So it's in ruins. You can see the sort of steel bars. And we just walked on the wall behind there. Just fascinating.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. Look, it's absolutely beautiful. So we're heading this direction. Let's see what's there. Hi, so we are here at the Plaza de Armas. I'm really sorry if I say things wrong or my pronunciation's bad, but I am trying. The Plaza de Armas. It's the central plaza here in Fort Santiago. It was used for military drills, marches and arms, and there's a monument to Jose Rizal. Sorry, Jose Rizal. So sorry if I'm saying things wrong. I feel like it should be Jose Rizal. A national hero martyr erected on this site in 1953. Right? That cough's still bothering you, isn't it? Bless her, she really is struggling with it. But the Fort of Santiago here, or Fort Santiago, was occupied, owned, claimed originally by 4 different nations. First of all, the Spanish, then Great Britain, then United States, and then Japan throughout different points. Yeah, and not unfortunately Japan, unfortunately all of it. But we are really grateful to say that we are here today with it back in the hands of the Philippine people. Yay. Who can I say are some of the most amazing people.
Oh, they're so kind here.
They really are. They're so welcoming and kind, and we're just having an amazing time here. But we're, it just makes you realise the history throughout places, and
history is amazing.
It is, but it's also quite sad at times, isn't it? Just the things this place has seen and the people it's seen, just really makes you think. But anyway, this is the main central area. Look, so this is where they did the marches.
Which is fascinating, would I say?
It is. It is absolutely fascinating. Right, there's something else over there. Let's go see what it's about. Okay, so earlier we mentioned the shrine to Jose Rizal. Sorry if I'm saying it right. If I'm not saying it right.
And if my mother is offending anyone, like normal.
Like normal. I do try. Anyway, so this is the shrine to Jose Rizal. It was originally military barracks built with brick.
Yeah.
Hey, don't stand in front of the slide. I'm trying to read it and pretend I know what I'm talking about.
Well, she really doesn't. She's just reading the slide.
Well, I'm not expected to know the history off the top of my head. Anyway, so it was built as military barracks in 1953. It was the site of a prison cell of the national hero, Jose Rizal. Charged by... Gotta look at it. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to make it sound like a bit like I know what I'm talking about, but hey. Charged by colonial authorities with rebellion, sedition, I'm trying to move it so I can actually read the sign, and formation of illegal societies, 3rd of November to the 29th of December 1896.
Were you born then?
I was not born in 1896. It was destroyed during the Second World War, and it was partially reconstructed and then dedicated as a shrine to Rizal in 1952 to 1953. It is closed, but look, you can see.
Wow.
It's a sign for a museum. I want to see whether we can go in there. But look, there's a cool tree in it. That's beautiful.
Yes, I have to do this with everything.
She does not have to do that. She's just doing it to be weird. What she does have to do is this: have her photo taken next to every sign, so that later I can remember what we actually saw and read. Haha, took a photo of you.
Like 20.
She has done about 20 of those photos. But that's because then I can remember it. So we are taking these photos for our personal Facebook. And I have just started the Facebook
Go check us out on Facebook.
site and the Instagram. But I'm really slow at getting myself up to date with it. I'm a bit old school. I'm a bit of a dinosaur when it comes to
TikTok.
I'm getting there. I went to set up a TikTok and it wouldn't let me properly. But I don't know if that's a region thing or maybe I just haven't set it up right. I need to have another go. But we are starting to branch out and learn it. I have put the Facebook and the Instagram handles on the description for the YouTube channel. So do give us a like, have a go.
Now I'll have to be in charge of the YouTube because he's working on Instagram and Facebook. None of them.
It's like a full-time job, this, dude.
Because I got Messenger and now I deleted Facebook. Because it still works.
I'm trying to edit. I'm trying to actually do the exploring with her. I'm trying to plan the next bit of the trip. visas, everything else, and just be mum and have fun. Because that's what I'm here for. Why are we doing this trip? Like, tell people a little bit about why we're doing this trip. Oi, don't tickle me under the armpit.
Literally, I poked her under the armpit.
Dude. Why was one of the reasons? Personal memories, but it was more than that. Oh my god, there is a deeper meaning other than we love coronate.
And that we just want to escape the cold.
No.
And now that I'm a popsicle,
yes,
I'm melting.
But no. It's because when Jessica was born, I was a home mum with her for around 18 months. And then I went off to do a university course for 3 years, and I was extremely busy during that time, and it was really hard to leave her a lot during that time. But she was quite young and she didn't overly know about it. But then I did a second course
and then,
to be a mentor in my job.
Yeah,
and then
she did yet another course.
Well, I got COVID really badly, and it left me with a heart condition. I think I may have said before. And I was doing shift work in my previous job, and I couldn't do the shift work. I literally just couldn't do it. Even now, if I don't get enough sleep, my heart races, and I really feel it, don't I?
State something.
Yeah.
I am the reason she got COVID. That's because I had COVID.
Yeah, but it wasn't intentional.
I got it at Shaun the Sheep World in Lancashire.
She did. It happens.
I literally spent 6 hours back.
Anyway, I couldn't do the shift work, so I had to do another degree. I did my master's in order to then do my current job that I was doing just before I left for this, which I'm really hoping I can go back to when we go home. Fingers crossed. Please. I loved my job. I really love my job. So I'm really hopeful. But this trip, as much as anything else, is about us just having some real quality time.
He's making back for all the time she
memories.
lost with me.
Yeah, all the times that I had to sacrifice time with her.
Funny thing, after the degree was done, we dropped in a final form thingamabob, and then we put it in.
Someone's trying to take photos, so we're just going to
We put it in the folder, the weird folder packet thing.
So
and then
yeah, my big project, we handed it in. I was explaining, did you not?
Anyways, after that we went back to the car and we sat there for like 2 hours booking a trip to Egypt for tomorrow.
And we went the next day.
So we drive back, packed everything, we're like, throw everything you need in a suitcase. Ah!
It's not my quickest.
And then we went, let's go to bed, wake up honey. Ah!
I did once book a flight 6 hours before I got on it, so. Woo! I am a bit of a last minute person, which is why when it comes to this sort of travelling, I'm fine with it. I'm like, nah, we'll find somewhere to sleep tomorrow.
Going, you may not have as much stress as me. I exist.
What's the worst that happens? You lay down, you sleep on the floor, like, or you stay awake for longer. Like, we'll find somewhere. There'll always be some hotel that will take you.
Even if you have to fly to Australia to do it.
We are going to Australia soon. Hey, we're not staying in a hotel there. We're staying with our friends. Can't wait. But yeah, that's part of what this trip is about.
Yes.
So now we've rambled on. 6 minutes.
Oh
we are
God,
good at this.
It's always 6 minutes. It's always like 20.
Normally 20. I'm going to stop us now. We are going to explore the rest of this fort. So come with us and see what's next.
After we've done the upping. Bye.
Indeed. Okay, behind us you can see the White Cross. When the American Army liberated here, they found 600 people unfortunately passed away in the dungeons, and so they are buried here en masse underneath this White Cross. Really makes you think, doesn't it? Poor people. Yeah. So we are going to take a minute here and really think about those people.
Bye.
Okay, so this area is the Baluarte de Santa Barbara. We know Barbara.
Yeah, we do.
Hi, Barbara.
And Phoebe.
And Phoebe. That's her dog. So this was first constructed as a wooden platform at the mouth of the Pasig River. Sorry if I say that wrong. In 1593, rebuilt in volcanic tuff adobe, with storage vaults and powder magazines in 1599. Old storage vaults turned into the dungeons, with a new storage facility constructed on higher ground in 1715. She's trying to help me read, but putting her finger right over the word, so it's not exactly helping. Further fortified with the construction of the, there's a lot of words here, Falsabraga Falsa Braga, media naranja. I know naranja. Orange. I don't know. Falsa Braga. Falsa Braga, media naranja. I think. I'm so sorry. My pronunciation is probably terrible. Well, naranja is orange, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
A semicircular platform at the riverside, 18th century. That's the 1700s. Forms part of the fortifications of Intramuros, which were declared as a National Historical Monument 1951, then as a National Cultural Centre in 2014 still. So, no it wasn't. This is it.
And we're going to go to a place that is probably, which we think
behind it
is sponsored by Lego Education.
Well, not necessarily, yeah, we don't know. It says,
Education
I make
Centre.
History Fortress Lego Education Centre. But it's right opposite the White Cross that we just showed you. So, here's the Casa del Castellano and the Dungeons of Fortress Santiago. I'll leave it there so you can pause and rewatch this at your leisure.
If you want to, if not, back onto Lego.
Exactly. Let's go see what's inside here. It says, I make History Fortress.
EGO spells Lego, hopefully. Let's go. Come on.
Let's have a look. So we're inside. It's like this tunnel cave thing. It's amazing. And they've made reconstructions of all of the buildings here out of Lego. Out of white Lego. Look. Isn't it fascinating? It's really amazing. She'll have fun here. I think one thing that really sticks out here is the contrast between this really old, beautiful architecture. Like, this is the theatre of Rajah Sulayman. So sorry, I'm just going to apologise every time. You know, and it is absolutely gorgeous. She's trying to run out of shot, look. Got ya. And it's absolutely beautiful and stunning. But right in front of it is it's the modern city. And it just feels kind of strange, you know? You're next to this beautiful... I'm going to catch you. She's playing hide and seek with me there. There are also these dungeons. That isn't a dungeon, but there are dungeons over that way. Oi, don't tickle me! She's mean. But there were dungeons, and if you think Jessica is bad with a cave, don't try and take her in a dungeon. So we're not going there. But we will appreciate the meaning behind them. So, oi! Right, you. I'll take you down the dungeon if you keep going on.
There's not even a dungeon.
There is over there. I'll take you down there.
No, you won't.
I will if you keep going. Right. Bye. We have a description for the orange thing. So this is Falsa Braga Media Naranja. And what it says is it's shaped as a half orange. Hence the name, its name in Spanish, Media Naranja. Meat, like half orange. Yeah, media. Yeah, that makes sense. Built to reinforce the defence of the Fort Santiago from the riverside, 18th century. Forms part of the fortifications of Intramuros, which were declared a National Historical Monument in 1951 and a National Cultural Treasure in 2014. I think we've got that by now. So, yeah, at least now we kind of understand why the orange thing. We were a bit unsure. But here's Jessica, she's sat back. Woo, that's a nice photo actually. Let's take a picture. Yay! And there's nice areas here. It's quite cool. Wonder what's down here. She will not be coming with me, I know. I'm gonna have a quick look. What's down here? Oh, it just kind of leads to a wall. That doesn't do anything. At least I know what's down there now. Right, let's see what else is here. So this area is known as the Last Walk to Martyrdom. It's to commemorate the centennial of Dr. Jose Rizal's martyrdom. The National Centennial Commission and the Department of Tourism introduced Rizal's shoe prints, which are embedded in the pavement here, and we'll show you in a second. It was placed as markers in the area, in areas where he passed on to his way to Bagumbayo, from his cell in Fort Santiago, marking his last walk to martyrdom. The Centennial Freedom Trail memorialises his brave path to martyrdom in the early hours of December 30th, 1896, and symbolises the birth of the Filipino nation.
Oi,
It's a historic marker which was unveiled on the 27th of December 1996 as a fitting tribute to the Filipino people's sort of yearning for freedom. But look, come have a little look at this. It's just amazing. And people put money in here, so I'm assuming this is like a good luck thing. Look, absolutely amazing. I'm so glad they got their freedom back. It should never have been taken in the first place. That's what's so frustrating. You know, all these places that we go like this, we just really feel how much damage was done by conquering nations. There's another little area here, but there's some hoses in it. That's not really worth seeing. But yeah, I think we've really felt that on this visit, haven't we? That you know, the sort of changeover of power between the different nations and things, when really, why were we all here in the first place? Wasn't our place to be here. So well done, Jose Rizal, and all the people that stood up, because whilst he's been singled out, I'm sure he wasn't alone. So we're just sorry for our part. Let's see the next bit. Okay, I think this is one of the last bits here. This is Rajah Sulayman Theatre, and it was constructed as a military barracks and as a quattro escuela, a school for petty officers in the 18th century, site of the chapel cell where Jose Rizal, the hero martyr that we were just speaking about, spent his final evening prior to his execution on the 30th of December 1896. Destroyed during the Second World War, the ruins were converted to an outdoor theatre in 1967. So let's have a quick look. Can't imagine knowing it's your last night, you know, knowing that someone was going to kill you the next day. But without it, the freedom wouldn't have come. So at least it was for a good cause, I guess. I don't know. None of it's for a good reason. But yeah, fascinating. And there's the statue that we just saw a minute ago, where his footprints are. Amazing. That's nice. Oh my god. Jessica loves the bird.
We just finished exploring Fort Santiago, but we decided to stop for a little lunch. You'll have to go check out the next video to see where we went exploring next.